the only one who stayed silent, but stayed. That sentence came from the mouth of Jungkook, a global figure known for his strength on stage, high discipline, and outstanding performance. But this time, it's not about music, not about BTS at the peak of their career. This is about the lowest point in Jungkook's life, and the one name he mentioned as his anchor, Park Jimin. What really happened behind the glittering lights of Korea's entertainment industry? Why is this confession considered breaking boundaries and making the ARMY, the name for BTS fans, cry? This shocking confession was delivered by Jungkook in an exclusive interview released recently. In a calm yet emotionally charged atmosphere, Jungkook opened a chapter he had long kept hidden. A period in his life which, by his own account, nearly destroyed him mentally and emotionally. That period didn't happen when BTS was under public scrutiny or facing career pressure. It came when the weight of expectations and loss of personal identity hit him from within. And in the silence of that inner space, only one person stood by him, Jimin. He didn't try to give me solutions. He just sat there. Sometimes didn't speak, but his presence was like an anchor. Jungkook emphasized that the support Jimin gave was not in the form of long speeches or empty motivation, but through consistent, small actions. In the fast-paced, high-pressure world of K-pop that often leaves no room to breathe, the presence of someone who makes you feel safe, without judgment, is rare. This fact became even more surprising when it was revealed that Jungkook's darkest period occurred while BTS was at the height of global fame. To the public, they were the symbol of success. But behind the cameras, Jungkook was carrying a mental burden that slowly ate away at him. He said he felt empty, trapped in a routine without feeling, and lost the motivation to move forward. Jimin's role during that time took center stage. Not only as a group mate, but as a figure who managed to keep Jungkook connected to his humanity. Jimin never asked what was wrong, but he knew, and he chose to be there, said Jungkook. This statement, which seems simple, deeply touched many people, especially the ARMY, because it shows the most sincere form of emotional support. Netizens and fans from around the world quickly reacted. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Weverse, thousands of comments flooded posts quoting Jungkook's words. Many admitted they cried while reading the story, while others felt emotionally connected because they had experienced similar things in their own lives. The phrase, "Jimin is the silent savior," trended globally in less than 24 hours. Not only emotional, this confession also opened new discourse about the importance of mental support in the world of celebrity. In the context of South Korean culture, which tends to place public image above personal mental health, Jungkook's courage to share his vulnerable side is seen as a bold move, even, according to some observers, something that can be called breaking boundaries of the unwritten norms in the Asian entertainment industry that heavily guards the sterile image of its idols. Furthermore, this story also reinforces Jimin's image as an empathetic and caring person. On various occasions before, Jimin has been known as a member who is sensitive and attentive toward others. But only now does the public understand how far that role went in saving a fellow member's life in a real and profound way. BTS is not just a music group. They're a human bond that holds each other up, said a Korean pop culture expert in an interview with a national news outlet. According to him, personal dynamics like this are what distinguish BTS from many other groups. When members take care of each other off camera, that's their real strength. Some fans also see this confession as an emotional reconciliation between Jungkook and the ARMY. All this time, many have questioned Jungkook's change in demeanor in recent years. More reserved, more serious, sometimes even distant. Now, with this confession, the puzzle pieces begin to fall into place. As for Jimin himself, as of this article's publication, there has been no official response. However, the public seems not to need further confirmation. Jimin's actions have spoken louder than words. Silent, yet meaningful. And for Jungkook, the golden magne, that silent presence became the determining factor of whether he would endure or fall into a hopeless void. This confession is not only touching, but also stirs many to become more sensitive to mental health. Even in a world that appears perfect like the K-pop industry, that even those who appear strong, successful, and unshakable can stand on the edge of collapse. And that sometimes, we just need one person to stay, not to say much, not to seek credit, just to help us see the light again at the end of a dark tunnel. This moment is not just about Jungkook. It's about Jimin, about friendship, about how silence can become a savior, and above all, about how BTS has once again proven that their bond is more than just a musical group. Their family. Jungkook's deep and unexpected confession indirectly opened many people's eyes to something often overlooked. Idols are human too. Behind the camera flashes, grand stages, and the applause of millions, they also wrestle with loneliness, pressure, and the loss of direction. Jungkook, long dubbed the Golden Magne for his near-perfect talents in various fields, was emotionally broken. And what moved ARMY the most was the fact that his savior wasn't a professional therapist, not a manager, not even family, but Jimin, his closest friend. This wasn't the first time Jimin was referred to as the emotional backbone of the group, but only now has that acknowledgement come so openly and personally. Many observers call this a transformative moment, not just for Jungkook personally, but also for BTS's image as a group that has long kept their private lives closely guarded. Jungkook didn't just open a secret, he opened a wound, one that had already healed thanks to the right person's presence. Many fans also pointed out how this confession strengthens the recurring theme they've always felt from BTS: humanity. Songs like The Truth Untold, Spring Day, and Magic Shop have long served as emotional sanctuaries for fans. But now, the reality behind the lyrics, especially Jimin's emotional support for Jungkook, becomes living proof that what they sing is not just poetry, but a reflection of their own lives.